What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm Pure Panorama. As promised, tonight I just got home from work. We got a package in the mail. Let's go ahead, not even waste any time, and open this sucker up. See what we got. Yes, I did order this from Amazon, and huge shout out to my boy Chad Meyer 73 for hooking me up with these part numbers so that I didn't have to waste time at work yesterday and try and track these down. I reached out to him because I know that he's already done this install on his truck, so he just looked back in his orders, got me the numbers, and you rock, my friend. Everybody go over to his channel and give his latest video a thumbs up, and if you aren't subscribed to him, you better hit that subscribe button and join his family as well, because his family is my family. We're all family. Enough talking though, let's get into this box. That is right, folks. We got the Gates Fleet Runner Micro V serpentine belt so we can get this installed on the truck. There is a nice part number for you. I keep meaning to put parts numbers in the videos when I get new stuff or I do an install, and well, I always forget. I'm pretty bad at that. I know. You guys can yell at me in the comment section, but I'm gonna do my damnedest to try and remember to give you parts numbers from here on out and show you what they are when I get the parts. So this is the belt, man. This is supposed to help with the Cummins squeak, all that good stuff. This is the go-to belt that everybody switches to with these second gens especially. So we finally got this. This has been a long overdue part on my 24 valve Cummins. I've been needing to do this now for a while. I actually wanted to order this like last fall, and just never did. Got preoccupied. You know how things go. You get doing other stuff, but here we are, baby. We got the belt now, and to go with the belt, we got the belt tensioner as well, which that part number is 38157, also made by Gates, or made in China, as you see right there. Don't believe me? There you go. Made in China. So these two things, man, I'm telling you, we've needed these for a while. Now this, right on the back of this, I'm just gonna read this to you, says provides the longest life on the most demanding applications while offering the lowest cost per mile. That's what they, that's what Gates is telling you, basically. It also tells you to inspect the belt at 60,000 miles and just go right ahead and replace it at 90,000. And if I had to guess, looking at the belt that's on my truck, well, I would have to say that that thing probably has never been changed. Maybe it's been done once, but it probably should have been done at least like 2 or 3 times by now. But yeah, they say do this every 90,000 miles for a replace, and that would translate to an inspection at 100,000 kilometers and replacing it at 150,000 kilometers for you Canadian guys. Did I do that right? That's what they said anyways. Don't blame me. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just reading what they got on the package. But let's go look at the belt on the truck and see what kind of shape it's in, because, well, it's not in that good a shape. So let's take a peek. I'll have to have one of my kids pick that up or something. I'll give them like an Oreo for dessert or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's tough to say. This belt very well could have been done at one point or another, but if it was a very long time ago, and it's definitely long overdue. You can see how it's like super glossy and shiny, just like it's just like worn and starting to dry rot and crack a little. It almost has that gloss to it, like that it's been running and getting hot so long that it's kind of like glazed over, and that means it's time to go. So that's why we got the new one in. Since we're not getting this install done tonight though, because I do want to get some other things done while I have the belt off the truck, let's run over a couple things that I need to just try and get done this weekend with the 24 valve. It's been a long time since we've had a weekend of productivity on the 24 valve. A few weeks back we were in Pennsylvania for the East Coast Diesel National Show, and that ate up a bunch of time. By the time I got home on Sunday, there just really wasn't time to do anything at all. The week after that I was working and left with not much time to really dive into anything crazy. This past weekend, you know, I got knocked out and ran over by a train, was ill and down and out, didn't upload for a few days, still tried to go to work or whatever, but that weekend got checked off and went by with nothing getting done. So this weekend, I think we're gonna get maybe a little bit of rain, but I'm hoping that it's still a ways out. I'm hoping that the forecast will change and that clears up so that we're able to get out here and get some stuff knocked out. I want to check over all of the exhaust connections and everything up here underneath the hood as far as the manifold where the turbo mounts up. I need to check all that stuff. I think that I'm hearing what sounds to be like a little exhaust leak. It's tough to tell, honestly, but for peace of mind, I need to check everything over, all the connections, make sure everything is good, everything is snug, make sure that there is no leaks, hopefully. I do want to work on getting some degreasing done throughout the middle to rear portion of the truck so that we can get some rust reformer sprayed on there and get ready for that undercoating. Also degrease more up here under the hood and below underneath the engine. Try and get that cleaned up some more, especially for the belt install. I want to try and get as much of that cleaned up right here on the front of the engine as I can. I've also been feeling a slight vibration in the seat of my pants while I'm driving at certain speeds and stuff. Actually, it's more constant now, but it started out at certain speeds, and it's like in my seat, and I can also feel a little bit in the floorboard, but it doesn't feel like it's at the front or the middle of the floorboard. It feels like it's towards the rear, like in my heels and then up through my seat. And I'm wondering if that is due to the carrier bearing on the truck just being old and getting worn out, finally needing to just get pulled off the truck. I've had a new carrier bearing in the garage now for what seems like ever, and I need to stop procrastinating, drop the drive shaft back off this girl and get that carrier bearing taken care of and swap out that last U-joint, the one furthest forward where the drive shaft connects up there to the transfer case coming off of the trans. So with any luck, some type of a blessing, we won't have rain this weekend. I can get that stuff done, and if not all of it, a good portion of it, because it needs to get done. There's plenty of stuff that I need to get done and want to do with the truck. As I've stated 100 times before, in preparation for winter, once that carrier bearing and the last U-joint is done on the rear drive shaft, then there will be a time where we're dropping the front drive shaft and getting the U-joints done on that. Still need to tear apart this passenger side front, get that wheel hub assembly out of there and just do the ball joints, get that crap just done and over with so that everything is just fresh up front. I want everything up front to just be done and all brand new. And that's really my last thing that I need to do for the bigger components to be done. Then I got little crap. I just will grab a new pitman arm and maybe a new steering box and throw that on the truck so that that's all good and fresh. And then I know what you're gonna say to this, and you're gonna have questions, but I've been thinking about turbos again and getting rid of this HX35 here, coming up before winter hits and before probably even before fall really gets here and settles in. So I've been looking at turbos and thinking of which one to go with, what I want to do. I have my eye on a couple, and I'm just letting you know that I'm thinking about that again and possibly going to be swapping the turbo out on this truck again here at some point. The thing is I just need to get the air side of things situated on this 24 valve. I can get into the throttle with the current setup and everything, but I can't stay in it for as long as I want to. I want to be able to just get into it and not really have to worry about looking over at the EGT gauge so quickly and seeing that it's climbing up so rapidly because the turbo can't keep up with my injectors. I want to feel that I can turn the edge comp box up and have it at a higher level, have it fuel at lower boost numbers, and not have to worry about how long I can stay in the throttle because the EGTs are going to spike out. In order to accomplish that, I'm going to have to do a bigger turbo, something that will force more air, create more boost with that the higher fueling of the truck with those bigger injectors and the edge comp box. So we got to do it. It's got to be taken care of with a cold air intake to complement it. And then of course the icing on the cake would be a whole new exhaust manifold to go with it and complete the package, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that or not. I know that these stock ones are very restrictive and they're good for being a paperweight. Basically, they get the job done, but they get the job done with stock components. That's what they were designed for. So if I'm gonna be going the distance and upping the turbo size and doing things like that with the bigger injectors, trying to straighten out the air side of things, then we might as well think about doing an exhaust manifold as well. So I don't know what exhaust manifold you guys have run. I really have been eyeballing Steed speeds, but if I'm gonna do it, I don't know if I want to dump that much money, because like I said, I don't know the future of this truck yet. I want to do this stuff so that I'm able to still enjoy it and things are straightened out on it in the way that they should be, so that things are done properly and the truck runs the right way with the right mods and all that. I still want to do it cautiously and with a budget in mind. Yes, I would love to go and throw the best of everything on the truck, but like I said, the future of the truck is unknown as far as it being in my possession. So when it comes to modding it right now at this point, I think that doing the mods is more important than doing the mods with the best mods that are out there. There's still very good brands of certain parts that I can get that will be far more cost effective for me, and I'll still be able to pinch more out of the truck and enjoy it more by installing those parts. So I think that we're gonna look down a couple different roads with that and see which road we're gonna go down and see if we can't put something together so that we can get this air side of things straightened out, like I said, and enjoy this thing a little bit more. That is another thing that is going to be coming here very soon that I almost forgot to mention in this video. You saw me check the transmission fluid. It's definitely not like a bright or super reddish pink color. It definitely has a little bit of brown color to it, but it still has a good clean, it still has a pinkish look to it, but it's not as bright as it should be. So we definitely are going to be dropping that pan and getting that taken care of. It is long overdue. I can tell it needs it, and at this point I'm almost scared to drop the pan and see what we find. We're probably gonna find some little monsters. Hopefully we don't find bits and pieces in there of anything, but we are gonna be getting that taken care of as soon as possible, because it's starting to stress me out, and I don't need any more stress on my plate. That is gonna do it for me though. As you guys can see, I am feeling slightly better. I get better as the day goes on. I wake up in the morning, feel like balls, but as the day goes on, I do feel slightly better. So hopefully, you know, a couple more days of this and I'll be back to myself, and maybe by the weekend we get nice weather, we'll be out here turning wrenches, being productive, getting something done on the truck. Finally, it's been a long time coming. I owe that to you guys. So we're gonna do what we can with the weather that we're provided. As always though, hit that like button before you leave. If you're stopping into the channel for the first time, you're new here, just checking it out, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video. Peace. I just wanna keep